Jennings here with Usborne Books and More. I've asked you to share about your readers and their ages and interests, and now I want to take a few minutes and share about my own readers. So my daughter, who's 5, absolutely loves these books, and she and her brother are some of my biggest Usborne fans. One of her favorites and beloved series is the Muddle and Match. These are really fun because she gets to choose the character. She's building the characters by choosing the head, the body, and then also the feet. So this one about jobs has scientists, zookeepers, teachers, all great jobs. And as she muddle and matches them, the sentence that describe them will also muddle and match. They're really fun. They're very alliterative, and the faster you say them, they also become tongue twisters too. Another book that I really love for her because she's a pre-reader is our Lift the Flap word book. This one is great for her because we're starting to work on using phonics and also sounding out words. So this is a great way that we can learn but also have fun. So for here, for example, ask her, do you see the barn? Yep, there it is. So that's the word for barn. She can also check herself by coming over here, finding the word barn, lifting up the flap, and there's the matching picture. So this is great for her. She can do this independently, but we can also work on it together. It's a great way that she can learn words, but also have fun. My daughter absolutely loves fairy tales, and she has absolutely really enjoyed using the Cinderella Peek Inside books. This is a great bedtime book for her because she loves to read, and she's also interacting with me as I'm reading the book to her by lifting the flaps and seeing as the story plays along. Great book to have. Another new one that we've just added to our home library is the Usborne 10 More Minute Stories. This has been great for bedtime for either my husband or myself to take her for bed because it has beautiful illustrations, but it also provides us about 10 minutes worth of reading. This one has been great also because it has some of our beloved fairy tales such as Tom Thumb, Rumpelstiltskin, and her favorite Rapunzel. So even though she's not reading independently just yet, she loves to read chapter books with me. We started reading the Fairy Ponies books over the summer, and she loves it. She loves to read the stories about Holly and her best friend Puck, who is a fairy pony horse, and their adventures together in Pony Island. Each chapter will end with a cliffhanger, which will want your child to learn and to know more about what's going to happen in the story. So one of our favorite books to read together over and over again is Nibbles. Nibbles is a book monster, and in this story, Nibbles has escaped, and the reader's job is to catch Nibbles because he loves to nibble on everything, but what he really loves to nibble on is books. So in the story, he's going to be wreaking havoc on some of our most treasured fairy tales, and you'll see in the very end that hopefully we can catch Nibbles. But you have to make sure because you can never take your eyes off Nibbles, not even for a second before he escapes and we have to do this all again. Let's talk about activity books. I'm trying to always think of ideas that I can keep my daughter engaged and provide screen time alternatives. She loves sticker books and she loves to play I Spy. So 1001 Things to Spot has been a great book for her. This allows us to use our counting skills, and also whenever we finish counting, we go to the middle and find a sticker and then mark it off that we have completed to find what was required by the prompt. She also is very creative and loves to color and paint, and so this is a great book because it has everything that she needs right here. This is Fingerprint Activities. This is also going to be a great keepsake for me as she gets older. There's different prompts on here. And she just uses the ink pad to use her finger and then stamp away. Great to do that is quiet, especially during rainy days or during brother's nap time. So my son is 2, and it's been really fun to see him develop and grow and start to find new books that he really enjoys. One book that he got over his birthday, My Farm Animal Word. These are some of our block books. So these are little books that have very simple stories that just talk about what the animal is. So, for example, I'm a bee, and then what they eat, what their babies are called, and what the sounds they make. He loves to play with these. They're easy because he can grab them out, stack them, play with them, and then if you notice on the inside, there's a picture. So you can match what the book is and then put it back. So great job for teaching them how to clean up. A book that I originally purchased for my daughter when I first learned about Usborne was All Better. This is one of our most beloved and most popular books. It has 5 reusable band-aids that you can simply take off, and as you're reading the story, you are trying to make all the animals feel better. So you clean it, kiss it, put a bandage on it, and he's all better. My son loves to read this book, and he loves to say at the very end, all better. So with the boy, he loves to push buttons, and this one is a really fun book that he has really been enjoying. It's Usborne sound books. So with jungle sounds, you're pushing, every time you see one of that gray buttons, you're pushing it, and it makes a sound. So these are not only beautiful, very vibrant colors, but there's also some finger trails, some cut-throughs, and what I really like as a mom is that on the very back, there is an on and off switch. So I can save batteries and I can also turn it off. A book that he's loved for a very long time is the very first book of Things to Spot. This is a great beginner I Spy book with very simple prompts, beautiful illustrations, and lots for him to see. This book keeps him very entertained in the car and also at home, and it's a good book so we can start learning all vocabulary, simple counting, and just being able to work on colors. Finally, I want to share with you a book that I love to read with both of my children at bedtime. B is for bedtime. It's a simple A to Z book that goes through, and it's about a little girl and her doggie, and they're each getting ready for bed. It's a sweet story, and I really like it because we just work on our ABCs. You can see that my children absolutely love these books. So if you haven't already, be sure to let me know about your readers' ages and their interests, and I'll give you personalized book recommendations. All right, I'll see y'all soon.